Hey everyone, this is Nitro. So in this video, I'm going to start with the SS Trial missions, and I'm going to start with the first one, which is SS Trial 1. So in this one, Langrisser's attack and defense is increased by 20%, which could be helpful if I bring lead in. Yeah, with all that said, let's begin. I'm going to do the SS Trials in 5 individual videos, because these are the trials that have the most likely chance of failing. So, individual videos it is, rather than group ones. Other than that, I'm just looking at this, and it actually looks pretty easy, because these two flyers will charge forward far ahead of these range characters and separate, so that I can kill off these two individually, then take on the next group, which would be probably, yeah, and then the next group of 5. So as long as they separate and give me the opportunity to kill them, it shouldn't be too hard. So to that end, I will run this party. The only question is whether to bring Sleep and Summon Undead or not. Summon Undead could draw out an attack, but it means Bozo would have less intelligence to do attacks with. And at this level, when they have this much intelligence and like this much defense and magic defense, the faction buff is actually critically important for characters if they're to do any damage to the enemy. So you know what? I'm just looking at this. I don't think I will need Summon Undead to draw out attacks, because I believe they're going to separate. So, given that's the case, let's remove Summon Undead and bring a faction buff. That will work out better. And then Sophia will have Strengthen to buff Leon. Alright, so that's going to be my setup. Let's begin. And the first turn is I'm going to retreat back, because I know I want to take on these two guys completely separated from the ranged attackers. Right? And if they just keep charging forward, they're going to separate. So, retreating back, running away. I'm not going to faction buff this first turn, because I'm not planning to fight them just yet. So, run away. Let's just stand right at the edge of the map. Oh, even better! If these mages waste their turn on mass attack, they're completely separated from even the second group. So it's like there's 3 different groups, right? This way. The first group of 2 flyers, then a second group of 2 range attackers and the orc, and then the final group of 2 mages. They're completely separated. Alright, so let's continue. So, going to wait one more turn for them to come up. So let's just move back a bit more. And this is the turn I begin the faction buff. So, end Lana's turn first, and then faction buff with Bozo. And then Sophia's ready. There's no point in strengthening anybody because no one will really benefit, I guess. Well, I could strengthen, I guess, Liana for his additional healing, but that's really the only one, because Leon's going to use Chivalry. Alright, let's see. Yep, so, like I said, it's just by retreating back like this, there's group number 1, group number 2, group number 3. So, let's take up the first group now. And it shouldn't be too hard. Use a Dark Reaper, and the bats are nearly dead. And what I'm going to do is put this one to sleep, so that it does no retaliation damage. There we go. And then Chivalry. And take down the Vampire Bat to start. Pretty much expected that all the angels would die, absorbing the 20 attacks from those gargoyles. So there was no real surprise there. And then move back. And again, which will also heal Leon. There we go. And then guess I'll attack first with Assault and then Rewind. So Here we go. Yeah. As expected, Leon doesn't do enough damage to kill these targets anymore. So putting him to sleep was important. Unless I had Dark Reaper to kill him off. I went with sleep, it's not a bad choice, and now I'm going to rewind everyone. Alright, so here comes the second group. And they're still kind of hanging back. So here we go. Let's figure out how to take down this group. Who is the top priority? And I think that would be the range attackers. So, Chivalry. An assault on the Mist Dancer. Not enough damage to kill. My Leon needs more damage. Oh, let's use a gain on him. Over here, let's get rid of the gargoyle. At the very least, this Mist Dancer can't attack me. As long as I don't attack with Leon. So, the question here is, do I attack? I think I'm going to retreat back. Still a bit too many enemies to kill with 3 of them. So I weakened one, and that's what I really needed. So let's move back a little. Turn on the danger zone. Stay outside of their attack range. Faction buff. I guess I'm not attacking. And strengthen Leon. Alright. And this is hindsight, but I think the Necromancer bait would have been pretty useful for Bozo in drawing off some of these enemies. Alright. Let's move back and throw a black hole at them. Hopefully I'll kill off that. Still alive with a, but it did, the debuff did apply -2 mobility on this orc, so it can't attack anymore. It can only move 1. Meaning I could send Leon charging in to attack. Okay, I got a crit hit there, which helped a lot. Yeah, this orc can't attack me at all. So let's use sleep to finish off this Mist Dancer. Awkward, but it works. Let's heal up. So, down to 3 enemies now. And the other thing was, even if I didn't kill off one of these 2 opponents, it should not have been able to kill any of my characters. So, kind of worked out. I do think Necromancers would have been a better choice though than Faction Buff. This is hindsight, because as I said, I could have drawn one of these enemies away with the Necromancer bait. Just split them up, which would have made it easier for me to clear. So choosing the Faction Buff was a bad choice. But it's not good. In some ways, choosing the Faction Buff had made me need to crit hit just now with Leon. Otherwise, one of those 2 ninjas would have survived, right? That would have been troublesome. In any case, let's continue. And just a regular ranged attack to kill off this orc. again is ready next turn, so I'm just waiting for that. Nothing to strengthen. Literally nothing. Well, I'll do it on Leon, but yeah. Alright, here they come. And yeah, strengthen acts as a faction buff for Lana anyways, right? So in many ways, really didn't need the faction buff for Bozo, unless I wanted Bozo to be doing direct damage like this, because the intelligence increase from the faction buff really helps Bozo. Otherwise Bozo can't hurt these enemies. In any case, I actually don't have sleep right now. So, let's begin with my chivalry attacks. And somewhat unexpected to me, Leon's actually able to one-shot these mages. It does kind of make sense because the mages don't exactly have high hit points or defense, but that simplifies things. There we go. So, I guess the key point of this first map is retreating back. By simply retreating back to the edge of the map, it separates the enemies into 3 groups, so they're easily cleared. And on that, that's it for the first map. I'm going to do a separate video for the second. Thanks for watching, everyone. Nitro out.